Alright, so page 4-6 of your book. Going to do the perspective drawing. First things first is we need to find our vanishing points. To find our vanishing points, we have to figure out what angle it is we are using. Most of the drawings we've done so far has been angle 30 and 60. This is not the case for this drawing. This drawing works on a 45-degree angle on both sides. So I will be using that to find my vanishing points. Make sure my triangle goes through my station point. Draw my line between my perspective plane and my horizon line. "90 degrees down, and I label left vanishing point. I repeat the process on the right hand side. Make sure my triangle goes through my station point. Draw my line between my perspective plane and my horizon line. "90 degrees down, RVP for right vanishing point. Label perspective plane, horizon line, and ground line." Okay. This is not a very complex drawing, so what I'm going to do next, just so that it goes a little bit faster in the exams and things like that, is I'm going to bring all of my points down towards my perspective plane, going through my station point. So I take my ruler on the corner, stop at my perspective plane. Every single line, even the hidden detail ones, are required. I pulled that one too far. What's wrong?
So that this line, this, we don't need to put it because it's a 45 degree.
Okay, once I've done that, I'm going to put my board ruler back onto my board. I'm going to draw my horizontal lines across my page. I make mine dark so that you can see them. Yours should be construction lines. Now again, to save time, I'm going to draw a 90-degree angle between my perspective plane and my horizontal line. This gets marks in an exam. You get a mark for these lines here. I'm doing all of them at once. Again, not a very complex drawing. Won't get confused with the different lines too easily. And then here I can already draw my line straight through to intercept my ground line. It does not have to go all the way down to the station point, but it must intercept my ground line. Okay. All right. Okay, now I'm going to add my starting points in line with my station point. My drawing is going to start here. I'm going to take those lines for the base of my shape. I'm going to take them to my left vanishing points and my right vanishing points. I'm taking all three, so from the ground line to my left vanishing point, as well as the line for the hidden detail line, as well as the top of the base of the model. Then I'm also going to take them to the right, but I do not need to take the hidden detail lines point to the right. I only need the bottom one and the top one because there is no hidden detail area here. So that one I'm just taking two. Okay. May I move on? Ruler back onto my board. Triangle so that I can get my 90-degree lines. Now I'm going to start drawing in lines using A lines. So this corner here, I'm starting from the left, working my way to the right. This corner here is that line. So I slide it so that it's 90 degrees in line with it. Between my two blue lines, I can draw an A line. I shift to the next one, but this one doesn't go all the way up, so it goes between the first two blue lines. So it's half of the first line I drew. Slide it to the next one, so I follow it. It's here. Again, just the first two blue lines. And then on the end, through all three. Then I do the right hand side, it's just the one right on the end, and I mark it there. So I have all of those lines. Now I can basically just join the dots. also need to take this corner to my right vanishing point. Okay, base basically completed. Normally I would never suggest starting at the top, but in this case, to get the top hexagon, because we're not going to be able to see the entire bottom one, we are going to start at the top. This is where the oblique information came from that we did earlier. So you take your 45-degree triangle. I'm going to use purple for what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to take my hexagonal points to my right. You can take it left. It doesn't have to go right. There's no rule. You just have to pull them onto your perspective plane. So that you can plot your points. Okay, I'm also going to pull them down. I don't need to take them all the way to my ground line because they just go between the top two green lines. So I'm just going to bring them to the top two green lines. Okay, so these are the points I'm going to use to take to my vanishing points to find my hexagon. I am going to draw those lines using my 0.3 pencil instead of a color. So my first point here, I follow it, it's there. I take that to my left vanishing point. I do not need to take it to the right. I also don't need to extend it all the way, but for teaching purposes I will. I've done all 4 of them. Board ruler, 90-degree angles. My first point, follow, it intercepts this line here. So if I follow that, I put my triangle there, the bottom line. That is where my first point will touch, right there. I slide it to the next one, which I seem to have not pulled down towards my station point. I'm just going to do that quick. Now, follow the purple line, follow it down, gray line, so it's the second one. So then I follow the pink line, put my triangle on it. 1, 2, so the intercept is there. So the first line of my hexagon will be there. Check the next one. It's the third gray line. Follow it on the pink. It will be there. Top grey line. Follow it on the pink. It's there. This is the second one again. So now I join the dots. And I have it. See? Now, to make my life a little bit easier, I'm going to use construction lines. Bring all of those down, just the ones I can see. There's no hidden detail required in this drawing. And then where my purple lines intercept the bottom green line, I am going to mark those intercepts. It's there. 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 And there. If you're uncertain which one to mark, follow it like that. It has to loop. See? It has to loop. Okay? Did you see? So for the next one, it's the back one. So then I know from where I'm supposed to go to get the right angle. Okay? Let me just finish it quick. And done.